Hello everyone, Noah here, and today we're doing a little bit of a Kerbal War thingy, a war of the KSC, should put it. We are currently under repair, as you can tell. We only have our spaceplane hangar currently working, as earlier on before, you may not have noticed it, but there was a bomber that came along and literally destroyed everything but the spaceplane hangar tracking station and the runway. That's the only thing they didn't destroy. So we're currently under repairs, so we need to keep this thing under defense. We can deploy anything but a spacecraft. We can deploy an SSTO, but I suck at making SSTOs and I probably wouldn't get to space. So we can't really go to space right now. What we can do, however, is we can build stuff like tanks, boats, and planes. So you won't be seeing any space battles yet. We'll have to get repairs done, but we are doing repairs for an astronaut complex because we do need more people, more Kerbals actually, for defending our Kerbal Space Center while it is under repairs, because apparently people really want to attack us. As we've already had repetitive attacks from the sea, as you have seen from previous videos on this channel, and if you haven't, you should probably go have a look at it. I just remembered I need to do a thing on another video I'm making, so hang on. Don't worry, it won't take me very long. Don't worry, I'm just doing some stuff. Getting rid of some stuff I don't really need. Do. There we go. Anyways, yes. So here is the tanks. Oh god, the game is laggy all of a sudden. But we are currently what appears to be under attack. From some things. I don't know what they are, so hang on, let's just switch, see if we can. Oh, that's our tanks. We have a handful of tanks here, just sort of defending the land. We haven't had any air threats, and we've defeated. Oh, it's tanks, and they look like they're a bit angry. So this time we're being attacked by tanks, and yes, if I had the technological capabilities of my computer, yes, I would have planes flying all around this place, shooting at these tanks, have their planes flying around shooting at our tanks, having dogfights in the air, whilst we have tanks battling and boats battling on the water. But due to technical difficulties, I'd be able to have about one tank per team, one or two boats per team, and don't mind my dogs. Dog being... Shush, dog! And the fact, so I wouldn't be able to have a lot of things on each team because there'd be so many things moving on their own, right? They'd all be moving, and BDArmory would be dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. Whereas BDArmory can handle about 5 or 6 tanks going up against each other on each team with guard mode on. So that's what we're gonna do. So these tanks look like they're gonna be advancing, but they're advancing pretty slowly. So this guy now has his guard mode on. I'm gonna tap B for his brake, and he's gonna start moving towards KSC. And same with this guy, he's going to start moving towards KSC. Basically all the tanks will be starting to move towards KSC. I'd prefer to get to that front one there because he's about to be hit. Now we're going to move to our tanks. They're keeping a handful of tanks on their reserve, but we're being smart. And we actually have a slight numbers disadvantage here. And that's why we're sending all of our tanks to try and obliterate all of their tanks. So that's all 5 of our tanks. We only have 5 tanks. They have 6. And it only appears they're sending 4 right now. But we are going to be going a little bit faster. Oh, Mr. Dude in the front is going way faster than everyone else. Hang on. using trim, I'm able to get these guys to move on their own, so I don't actually have to be doing anything. I'm not actually using burn together or anything. I am literally not touching the keyboard or anything. So, yeah, I'm not touching the keyboard. These guys are all moving all on their own. I'm using trim, as you can tell. These guys aren't doing anything. If I put SAS on, though, it's going to immediately stop doing that, so these guys won't be moving. But yeah, now we got our tanks moving in synchronization. Hopefully they're not going to get not going to shoot each other. But at about 1 kilometer, these guys will start fighting. So let's actually go back to the enemy tanks, see what they're seeing. These guys have just gotten off the hill. They're not going as fast as we are, although they're being a bit more cautious considering they're attacking KSC. I don't know if they're bringing any supplies with them. They seem to have just sent this off, and oh, they seem to have a tank that's slightly drifting off to the side. Yeah, thankfully I can help them by fixing that for them. These guys need to turn a bit, just so they're pointing the right way. Dude in the back here, you need to turn in a bit. All of our tanks, however, are doing just fine. So there's that. There's one enemy tank, I think, 2 enemy tanks that they've left back at base there, and then we've got all 5 of ours moving in on their position. As soon as we hit 1 kilometer, we will start shooting. This gun's range is 1,000 meters, so that'll be 1 kilometer. I'm just going to get this guy to start propelling himself a bit harder and turning a bit. Next dude here. Oh, we're shooting. Oh, we're being shot. We're shooting and we're being shot. That's 1 tank down. It's 1 of our tanks down. We've taken out 1 of their tanks. I think they've exploded into shrapnel, which has killed another 1 of their tanks. That's minor damage to 1 tank. Oh god, that's a collision. That's a collision of tanks. Thank god BDArmory is smart and won't shoot if there's allies. But oh god, they're up in the air. That's not good for a tank. But I think they'll survive the fall. Don't know about that guy there. No, I don't think he's going to survive that one. Oh, and that one's down. Ooh. Okay. Alt X. Find that one that's just flying around. Where's the one that's flying? Let me just switch to my flying one. At this point, I think it's dead. It's the tank debris. Yeah, I think it's all just debris here. I don't think there's actually any Kerbals left alive. Yeah, there's no Kerbals left alive. This tank is dead. And, so yeah, let's just switch back through. There's just a tank that's driving past. Is that all of our tanks? Are we dead? Have we lost all our tanks? I think all our tanks are gone. I think all our tanks are goners. This one's the only living one that's left. But I think we took out all our tanks. Oh no, wait, they've got a tank still on the move. What the hell is that tank? Jeez, where are you? Let me just switch to that tank. Find out what that is. Is that our side or is that their side? I'm just looking up here, waiting until I see something that says tank, not tank debris. The hell are they? Which one are they? Where'd they go? And that's back to our one. I think that's just a bunch of debris that managed. Yeah, it's just a bunch of debris that was sliding past. It's not actually got an alive tank anymore. There's no living tank. No Kerbals in there, I don't think. I think it is just dead. Because it's not shooting or anything. I think we died though. We only have this 1 tank left. and they've got a bunch of other tanks. Thankfully, we had a tank reserve, but that's all we've got. We've got this one tank that we still have left, and the tank that we had in reserve that I'm going to bring out now. We're mass producing a new tank, but we're putting this tank out here. I think they've stopped their attack. They've obviously stopped their attack. This guy's on guard mode, so they've stopped their attack. And I don't think they'll keep coming. I don't know though. We have 1,000 gun range, and obviously we can't reach from here because well, that guy's not trying to shoot them, and yeah, they're only 1.7 something kilometers away, so he's going to be on guard mode. He'll be able to protect this other tank while we get new ones built. But let's go back to the space center so we can recover all this debris, get rid of all this debris. Now I was going to use a bomber to get rid of all the debris, just like big bombs everywhere to get rid of the debris. But I think best it'll be deal with that. We're also going to have the astronaut complex area repaired. It'll finally be repaired, the flagpole. And the astronaut complex are now repaired. That's all good. We're gonna now recover all of this, all these tank debris. And then after that, we might. I think we'll have another tank ready. The tanks don't take very long to make. They're really just quick, an hour long tops. But that's hour-long Kerbal time. Pretty fast because there's only a few armor plates that we can buy. They're pretty cheap because they're only medium, I think, tank armor, and that's why they're dying so quickly and easily from another tank shot. It's a one-hit kill with tanks. We do have a special machine that sometimes will allow us to duplicate a thing. It's only us, and I think that's what the GDF are coming for. They want to take that, and we haven't actually been attacked by any other nations or anything. Not that we know there's any other nations. We've kind of stuck to ourselves, made our own spacecraft, and brought most of them down. Some of them burnt up, but most of them were probes that burnt up. There's only been one manned mission, I think, that failed, and yeah. So that sucks, but thankfully we have a magical clone bay as well, so we were able to make sure that they didn't actually die. Which is also probably another thing they're chasing after. It's all of our technology, because we have really cool technology. And of course, this is all just a story. This is all just stuff I'm making up on the spot. This is not actually stuff I've created and stuff that's in the game now. It's just using settings from the game. Okay, that's all the debris. And my engineers are telling me we got lucky. We got 2 tanks. Not just the one. We got 2. Which is useful. So now we're going to send out another tank. And with this, we'll have 3 tanks with cannons. And of course I have infinite electricity, otherwise I wouldn't have enough stuff for it. Okay, so we want guns range of 1,000. Guns range of 1,000. Guard mode is on. Pull the brakes. Open the craft browser with VesselMover. Grab a new tank. Put it down there. That tank take off its brakes. Place this tank down. And guns range 1,000. And guard mode's on. Okay, VesselMover can go away now. I don't think they have any reinforcements, so that's a good thing for our team. Yeah. So we're just gonna give him a little bit of power and get him moving along. So we do want to toggle the brakes here for a short second so we can start to slow down so we don't hit this too quickly. Okay, this is the tank we've already got moving a bit. We're gonna get this guy going forwards. They've got their guard mode on. We just need to get to the GDF tanks. They're now headed for us, which isn't the greatest thing, but yeah, this guy we want to get out of here. You know, he can stay and fight. I'm sure he'll survive long enough. He's gonna be able to use his machine gun. Thankfully, we've put machine guns on here so we can use them. I need to switch back through. Oh, wait, hang on. You're slightly turning off. You're slightly turning off. No, you're headed the right way. You're headed towards the GDF tanks. Head in the general direction of the GDF tanks. Then back to this tank. Okay, any minute now. Any second now, we're gonna start opening fire. And they're gonna start opening fire on us. Okay, we've got this little guy moving in as well. Oh, yep, boom. Oh, did we take them both out with one shot? Oh, skills. We defended the KSC. Take that, bad dudes. Of course, I'm not being mean to anyone in Greenland as well. I just thought of something. I just tried to think of somewhere that is in close proximity to Canada. And I'm like, oh, Greenland, I know that. We can just slam Greenland as the enemy. So I'm not actually trying to be hateful towards any people who live in Greenland. If you do live in Greenland, I am sorry if you feel offended by this. It's just I thought of somewhere that was close and would be able to attack by boats, because that's a thing. You could attack. I'm pretty sure if Greenland really wanted to, they could attack like Newfoundland and stuff. Newfoundland and that general area with boats. I mean, it might take a few days to get there, but yeah, so we've successfully fended off against the GDF for now. But yeah, so I think I'd say that was good. I just tried to do a quick video. It sucks that these guys don't have anti-air, so we don't really have an anti-air gun yet. I'm gonna probably try and develop one. I should probably make an anti-air gun. In fact, you know what? Let's go do that, because I got a feeling they're gonna try and bring in a bomber. And if we have an anti-air flak cannon, then they'll have to get pretty high up in the air. Alright, let's develop this thing. So it's gonna have light armor. So what we do is we do this. This is the way I designed my tanks as well. So what I do for tanks is I put this. I got these here. I got the MK2 lander cans. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to rename this to EA. And we'll just take off the Abrams cannon, take out the gun. I've already got the same body. Take off the cannon shells ammo, because that's not what this thing uses. We've even got a nice Canadian flag there. We want to go for an anti-air gun. Now, this is a 2cm gun, and I think it's pretty good. That should be good. But, this one's even smaller, but it's only a dual mount, so we're going to go with the dual mount. But this means we can have, 2 of these guys on the same truck. Especially if we actually put this on the right spot. Oh wait, that's not actually, hang on. Can't actually put them on centeredly. Actually, you know what I can do? Since... Well, I could do this. What I'll do is I'll take a little structural beam. Beams. I need the beam pocket edition. Then what I want to do is I want to... Yeah, like that. And then another beam pocket edition on top of that. And I just want to make sure that there's actually space for Kerbals to get out with. And then of course we do the same thing, but we'd flip it around there. Now I got two little areas where we can just slam these little guys on. And they'll be centered because it was on the center of the actual lander can. So we got our AA guns. Now we need 3.7 centimeters. So we can use these universal ammunition boxes for this. And then we go next tank setup until we get to the 3.7 centimeter ammo. So we'll find it in a minute here. Actually, you can see what exactly it uses. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually contain any ammo for itself. Just see if we can find it. 37 millimeter flak ammo? No, because these are 3.7. Oh, but that might be it. We'll just take it out for a test. Go to the 37 millimeter flak ammo. We can hit save. We're gonna test launch this because we need to get this thing out quickly. Because I've got a very strong feeling they'll be sending out a bomber for us. So what we gotta do is we just gotta, for some reason, have some things explode. I think that was one of our tanks being exploded. Yeah, you see. No ammo for them. So we'll go with the 2.7 millimeter ones. Apparently just detonated for some reason. I don't know why. But we'll just be spawning this in anyways from there. So we just go to BDArmory. Take these ones. Because these ones just take the 20x102 ammo. And they'll still fit on nicely. But it's just like, I thought it was a bit unfair because they would have four flat bits. Even though they do fire pretty slowly, it's still kind of unfair for one, like, plane. You know what, I got a better idea. Just take these beams away. And one of these beams away. Throw to them. This, and then just put it back up. And then just put one gun on there. So it's only the one, and it's not really super duper in there. And then we just slam in some 20mm ammunition boxes. And then that should be enough for it to fire stuff. Of course, gotta give it to the GDF as well. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go leave, and then we're just gonna... Oh wait, I forgot. Oh, never mind. No. We are going to now want to recover all this debris, because we don't need all this debris. So is the tank closer? I think. Yeah, is the tank closer to us? That was just detonating for some reason. Oh, it's a lot of tank debris. Jeez. How many pieces did you guys break this into? Jeez. No, fly that one. There we go. So, using VesselMover, we're going to spawn in a new vessel. Now, of course, we don't actually have a working jet yet, or bomber, I don't think. Oh no, wait, CDF-AA, it'll be at the very top. CDF-AA, it'll be right in the middle of all these guys. Very tactical pattern. Oh wait, is this even gonna flip over? No. No, it is not. Okay. Very carefully, we're gonna have a massive nothing, the size of small, and very small speed. Just knock it over with. Ding! Ta-da! Since it had such a low mass, it didn't actually do any damage. Okay, so we want to turn this guy so that it actually, you know, faces the direction the bomber would be coming in. Because they wouldn't be able... I don't think they'd take off from the island runway. You know what? We'll point it towards the island runway. Because that's more than likely the direction they'd be coming in. And bada bing, bada boom. In the general direction of the island runway. Now, of course, we are gonna have to have a bit more of a threat than just tanks. I mean, we can obliterate tanks pretty quickly. We just have to wait for like a minute real time for us to make a new tank. We've got plenty now at this point. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna actually have to develop a bomber, obviously. We need to develop a better bomber than we had before. Because the bomber we had before wouldn't actually work. So we're gonna build a mostly stock bomber except for the bombs bit. Bomber, or no wait, it'll be CDF bomber. It's gonna use propellers because it's cheaper to build with propellers. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take payload. We take some payload stuff. That'll be more than enough, I think, but we'll just slam on an extra small one. Then we need to give them a deploy limit of less than that much, because that's way too much. 60 will be more than enough. Just give these both 60. Give them both a button to open with. And then we need a tail, so thankfully we have tails we can slam on here. So if we did... So wait, do we have an oblong tail? Pretty sure we have an oblong tail. I think that might only be structural though. Oblong tail. No, don't need a different texture. Okay, it doesn't keep its red one yet. It doesn't keep... Oh wait, that's too oblong. Then... that obviously isn't gonna work. So that's round, but then we go to, say, the aerodynamics. Oh, wait. Put a tail connector on. It's also round. You know what? We'll replace that guy with an MK3 to round adapter, which is here. Yeah. So there we go. It's a bit long, but whatever. Now I could use the Firespitter bomber wings, but you see they're a bit small. Right, for a bomber. And these aren't always the most reliable. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take biplane wings. I think we should use biplane wings. Nah, we'll use... no. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just use the stock wings, which sort of sucks, but otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so we want to use wing connector type A's. And we need a wing connector type B on the back. Then we need a structural wing type B. This is how I make the bigger wings in this game. Ta-da! Then just give that a good strut. Otherwise it's just gonna fall apart. And we don't want it to fall apart. We want it to stay together. So we're gonna use some struts to hold the wings together. That is not at all where I thought you'd be putting that. Okay, we'll put it on the wings then. And connect to the actual bay. There we go. And then we can take this last bit and then stick it on the tail like so. Realize I messed it up because I don't have any things yet. So I actually put the parts on. And just check to make sure that they all work. Then we take this last bit and then we can stick it on like that. Check to make sure they still deploy in the right direction. Good. Take off pitch, put on roll. So these guys do the pitch. And we just connect via the tail to that one. How's the lift and mass doing? They're doing fine. Now we're just going to take an entire delta wing and then just stick it on the end. An entire delta wing. And then we'll just stick it on there like that. Give it the elevons that it needs to work. Give them only yaw. Guess that's correct. I don't know. Give them only yaw, and they won't be as powerful. There we go. Now we just need some wheels, but we also need the actual engines, so we need to slam on some fuel tanks. This isn't actually taking very long, I don't think. I hope not. So we take these and like that, and then we need the engine. We're gonna use these. Actually, there's these Lancaster engines which are like pre-done. I don't think these guys carry fuel, do they? Okay, so we're actually gonna need some fuel. Oh wait, there's some fuel, perfect. Now I'll just give it some external fuel ducts and we're okay. Just to be safe, because you never know. Okay, and then we need another wheel in the back. So I'm going to take a nice medium landing gear for that job. Perfect. Then you just need it to come that way a little bit more. There we go. You can actually, yeah, raise the gear. Nice. And lower the gear. And there's that gear as well. Now we need to actually stick the bombs on it, and also a bit of air protection, so it doesn't get shot down. It's gonna have a 50 cal turret there, another 50 cal turret there, and another 50 cal turret there. And it's just gonna have some 50 cal ammo just sitting on the inside cargo bay. There we go, and obviously we need the weapon manager. We only need one though. Well, I'm thinking we'll just move these out a bit in case if we do need to emergency get the Kerbals out. We can do that way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these cool things called rotary bomb racks. And then what we do is we're going to give them only 4 rails, because that's all we'll need. And then we give it bombs, obviously. Then we can take these. Then if we do that, then that's all backwards. And then if we do this, and just flip them around. Oops. And just flip them around like so. Make sure they're not touching. Because we don't want the bombs touching, because then they can go off while they're in the bomber, which wouldn't be very fun. Then we can just take these ones and slam all of them on there. Oops. Okay, can't quite fit that many in there. But that's only one bomb rack. We could have more than just the one bomb rack if we really wanted to. Literally just copy these ones, but we won't. We'll leave that many bombs in there. Now this closes over them, right? Yeah. So we can drop our bombs with that open. Now all we need to do is give it a button on the weapon manager, which just sits there in the 50 cal turret, which doesn't sound like a very good idea. Okay, I literally clicked on the button and then it didn't click. Yeah, and then we should probably, I don't know, take it, put it on in a better spot. Like that. Alright, now let's just take this out for a test flight. Should be okay for takeoff. I'm gonna take this for a test flight, and then if it works, then obviously the GDF will have it, and they'll probably send a bomber off at us, and by probably I mean yes, they will, because of course, and I also do want to test. Of course, thing just detonates for some reason, so there's a random tank that will just randomly detonate. Oh, the wheels don't start out. Oh, these gears don't actually work as gears. Okay. Okay, well what we'll do then is we'll take some gears. Okay, we'll take large landing gears. We could take small landing gears and make it even more believable. And then just scale them up to be big enough that they'll work. 100% right. A little less. 290. Perfect. Now we just need to adjust where this wheel goes. So yeah, it's in the actual Lancaster gear. Good enough. And for gears, the Lancaster engines. On gear, yeah, raise lower gear, good. So it'll be more believable now that those are actually things. Oh, we should actually also, he's having cakes, right? Yeah, but just to be safe, we're gonna slam on a nice circular intake on there. And look cute. Yeah, I've decided against it. And I've decided against that one too. Perfect. Okay, now let's just see if this will fly, and after that, of course, we can save it as a GDF bomber, and then fly one off the island runway. So we do need to test that this thing can actually, you know, take off. Yeah, I know. Tanks just detonating for some random reason. Okay, yay. That's good. Now go. Oh god, these are instant power. Okay. Holy cow. And I can't lift up, and these are backwards. Okay. I'm an idiot. It's because when they deploy, they're supposed to go down. What an idiot. How much of an idiot can I be? Thankfully, it's a quick fix. When they deploy, they're supposed to go down. I'm an idiot. There we go. That's what the flaps are supposed to do. Flaps or ailerons or whatever you call them. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to deploy in a different direction. Yes, I know. I know that you want to detonate for some random reason. Okay. Yes. No, those are backwards, I think. But those are correct. Except for them ones, because it didn't fix them ones. Come on, lift up. 2 engines on either side should be more than enough, right? Yeah, it is. See? You bring in the gears. I can even flip those gears around because they don't even go out the right way. Those gears come out backwards. And the gears exploded when they tried to go out? Because they were inside of another part. Okay, that sucks. Okay, let's see if that's better. And I think that, and it's just barely enough to get up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another engine. We're going to put another engine on. Another external fuel duct and strap it to them. Just have an extra engine in case of things going wrong. Let's just move them forward so the propellers aren't slicing through the ground. Or through the wing. The hell no! Go there, you idiot. Attach that back to them. Okay. That should be enough engines for it to easily fly. And then we should be able to fire off the bombs. And yes, I understand that you explode. Oh yeah, look at that speed. Didn't fix that again. Let's just check. Nope, they still explode, and all my wings come off, and now I only have one engine. Now I only have one engine, and one gear to land with. That's a problem. Land! Yeah, I was expecting that. Okay, let's move the gears even farther away, also known as... We're gonna get rid of that stupid engine. Because it's useless. It doesn't even have working wheels. I'm just gonna put a new engine in there. Move the wheels entirely away from them. And forget I only had the one symmetry, so have to put that back on. Have to entirely change where these go. Okay, is that gonna work? That should work. Let me just take an external fuel duct. No, because we already have one. Perfect. Alright, let's see if this can fly now. Still didn't fix the things, because I'm a stoopy stoop. But, whatever. Yes, I know you still detonate. You don't have to keep doing it. In fact, it's getting quite annoying at this point. Okay, you want to wait until about 100-ish meters a second. Then you can just... Oh, no, wait, about now. About 80. And then you just pull up, and then you take off. Okay, now quick test. The gears come out again? Okay, gears can come out again. Good. Don't care that the blades are slicing through each other. Actually, they're not, because the blade is going past. Anyways. Yeah. Decently controllable, I guess. Let's see how it yaws. Can it yaw? Okay. It rolls fine. Can it yaw? No. Can't see as well. We're just gonna test the guns. Yep, they work. Test the bombs. We'll just drop the bombs on top of not our own tanks, but we'll just bring the bombs along. Drop them into the ocean. Along the way onto the landing again. Because we do want to try and land near KSC. That's what I'm trying to do along here. So I'm gonna just push 2, and then that gets jettisoned away. And if you pay attention, that's rotated now. So when you drop the next one, it rotates, and then rotates, and then rotates, and then rotates. And if you mash that button, then it drops from each individual thing, and then rotates. So if we just mash the button, it can do large runs, and then it can collide with itself and explode in midair. Yep, there's a bunch of debris there. What the hell happened to this tank over here? Nothing. But yeah, there's all the bomber debris. Because I guess I went too fast. Oh, how far was that? Okay, 1 minute and 29 seconds ago. Okay, we'll just have to accept them as dead. But yep, okay, that works. Now we gotta save that one and have one as GDF bomber as well. And now they're going to send one off from the island runway. That doesn't seem like a good thing. We're just gonna recover what we had left of the bomber that we had test flown. Sad that Kerbal's dead, but didn't even know that would happen. That was really unexpected. Anyways, we just go over here and then the GDF save, So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the spawn vehicle that's there. And then spawn a bomber. So they have a spawn vehicle way over there, so we can go here. So we don't actually have to fly a bomber all the way over there from KSC. We can just go from here, using VesselMover, spawn one in. See? He's near the end of the runway, so that should be more than enough distance for the bomber to take off with. So we just wait, and then there we go, it's open, so now we can just go down, past CDF to GDF. We'll see bomber. That's the bomber we just made, so we want to spawn it about there, just to give it the maximum amount of stuff it has. Okay. And then we engage everything. We begin flying. Again, I've forgotten to do these again. I'm an idiot. But I'll just fix them every time if I have to. But yep, so this guy's gotta be set to Team B, obviously. He's not gonna have his guard menu on, and I forgot to turn on the guard menu for the AA, so we're gonna have to turn the guard menu on for the AA. Here, in a minute here. We do want to just turn this thing around first. And get it pointed in the general direction of everything. In fact, you know what? We're gonna go and land this thing, recover it, turn on the guard mode for the AA, and respawn this. I'm actually gonna try and land in the water because I'm lazy. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got the bomber in the air. It's a nice daytime. It's early-ish morning. We're going in to bomb the general area. Oh no, not the AA. Something other than the AA. Something other than the AA, please. Oh, screw you. When I get closer, I might be able to do it. Actually, on the map, I might be able to do it if I'm fast enough. Not AA. A tank. There we go. Set as target. There we go. I've set a tank as my target. So they will automatically try to shoot me down and shoot my bombs down, which means that I won't be necessarily alive at the end of this. So we actually have a small threat to this, and of course, we do want to climb to a decent bombing height. We don't want to be like 100 meters above the surface, because that's not a decent bombing height, right? You want decent bombing height. We want to try and get a high up, because otherwise we're going to be shot down. At this point, at this height, the thing will try and shoot us down. But then again, I want to try and get shot down, so. And, yeah, I'll jump cut to when I'm actually there, okay? Okay. Okay, so we are coming over the KSC now with this new bomber. It's a brand spanking, schwanky new bomber that we've, designed here. It's Canada Canada Space Place Base. I don't have a proper name for it yet, but oh, I tried to drop a bomb. Push 2 to try and open the doors, but then I dropped a bomb. why you saw that short lag spike. This thing is going in. It's doing a bit of a dive bomb because I want it to be tried to be shot down by the AA, which has a 3,000 meter or 3 kilometer range on it. So for below 3,000 meters from sea level, we'll definitely be trying to be shot down from it. And we're gonna start dropping a handful of bombs here periodically. Yep, you can see the flak fire going for me and my bombs. We narrowly dodged that one. Oh god. Oh. Oh, we're almost being hit. We're almost being hit. None of these are actually rotating, I don't think. We might come in for another pass. Oh, and it's shooting at my bombs. I don't think it's gonna get any of them, though. Not very good at them. Oh, never mind. The tank cannons are coming to the rescue. Having all these tank cannons really is helping them. But not so much the tank. I've ended a tank. That's one of our tanks down. Like, completely destroyed. There's no more Kerbals left in there. Those bombs really pierced the armor. Yeah, really destroyed. I mean, I didn't even hit the bomb tank I was trying to hit, but we've got plenty more bombs for us to drop, so surely we have enough. Are those bombs actually, like, in the plane? Hang on. We can use my new aim camera button to aim the camera on the bomb. We can then view that. No, it doesn't appear that way. No, I don't think they're actually going to hit anything. So I don't know. Okay, now we're just going to find the bomb I did that. And reset the camera. Game automatically sets your camera to the nearest, to the center of mass, I believe. Oh god, that is not a good turn for a bomber to make. Do not turn your bomber completely to the side. That is a very good advice. I'm gonna crash into the ground. It's got 3 engines powering it. Do we have oh, we're doing fine for fuel. We don't even need the oxidizer. I'll ditch the oxidizer. Don't even need the oxidizer. I just left it in there just in case. We need to turn quite hard. I mean, we're pretty high up from the ground. We're still 1,000 meters above the ground. We're still easily a kilometer over the ground. Though I'm pretty sure... No, keep the doors closed, please. Oh no, never mind. Gotta wait for them to close. Open all the way. Then once they've opened all the way, we can close them. Yeah, I don't think there's like standard bombing heights for real planes, but it's actually cool how it's actually cool how you can learn stuff from people. So if anyone does know like what the standard bombing height for most bomber planes would be, let me know so then I can try and make this a little bit more realistic, because I highly doubt that you'd be bombing from just over, like, from a kilometer and a half above the ground. Most people, most armies probably wouldn't do that. So if there's anyone who actually, like, researches... Jeez, stupid people outside being loud with their motorcycles. If there's, like, people who, like, look this stuff up and, like, think about this stuff all the time and know this stuff, let me know if you know what the regular bombing height is for your... Oops. Oh, frick, that's only 2 bombs out. Dive bomb. Oh god, we're being shot at by the machine gun. The machine guns are shooting at us. No, we've been hit. There goes the plane. And they're shooting at the bombs. Okay, there's lots of pieces coming in. Boom! Right near the frickin' thing as well that we wanted to hit. And there goes the bombs. The bombs that we did manage to drop are gone. So that was a successful defense of the KSC. A total successful defense. This is over an hour long. I'm sorry about any annoyances for the hour-long video, but I mean, it makes up for the fact that I haven't uploaded in a while. So, wow. They only managed to take out one tank, and I mean, they don't have any forces left. One tank taken out of the 3 that we had left, and this guy didn't even get destroyed. Like, I thought he would get destroyed by maybe the shrapnel that came from the bomber plane crashing into the ground. But they actually managed to completely destroy, like, the cockpit. Like, they destroyed the cockpit and nothing else, really. That's all they actually aimed for. So we managed to take out all of their tanks, take out their bomber, and lose only, what, 3 of our tanks? No. Yes. No, 4 of our tanks. We lost 4 tanks to 6. We took out 6 tanks and a bomber, and we only lost 4 tanks, and we have an AA now. So, wow, that AA is actually pretty useful. I mean, the fact that these tanks have freaking anti-air capabilities. Is there like a way I can say, oh, target type? Yeah, it's only missiles or all targets, so you can't really say just craft. But yeah, once they got within 1,000 meters of them, these guys ripped the bombs and planes to shreds. Yeah, so we managed to defeat an entire bomber plane and an entire squad of tanks. Do you call it a squad of tanks? I don't know. An entire group of tanks and only lose 4 tanks. That's actually pretty efficient. So now we're gonna get rid of all the debris so we can minimize on lag, and I'll make another one of these another time. Soon probably we'll have a dogfight in the air, and as soon as we have the VAB backup, we will have the ability to go to space and do space battles. Not that I'm going to be very good at it, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to suck miserably at that. But, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!